We came for the stars, but we stayed for the suspense of Hollywood's first big COVID-era ceremony. How crazy the times that we are in. We're, of course, talking about last night's unique Emmy Awards Jimmy Kimmel hosted, but there was no red carpet. There was a fake audience. The nominees, some in pajamas at home. Let's watch.
Welcome to the Pandemies. Thank you for risking everything to be here. Thank me for risking everything to be here. You know what they say, you can't have a virus without a host. If I'm down there, how am I up here? That would mean that no one is in the audience. That would mean that I'm up here all alone. Of course I'm here all alone. Of course we don't have an audience. This isn't a MAGA rally, it's the Emmys.
Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so Al, you are a comedian. How do you think he did last night? Did he kill it or did he fall flat?
I thought he did well. My buddy Jesse Joyce, the guy I know forever, he wrote for this year's Emmys, and I could hear him in some of those jokes. I really enjoyed that. I felt like, Jeff, Jimmy had a very difficult job ahead of him. I think that some things worked and some things didn't. But I think that this is like the first time I've watched an award show and it's starting to seem more normal to me. It's starting to seem less normal when I watch pre-COVID things and I'm seeing people in nightclubs and 4 people packed into a car or something. I'm like, that seems weird now. Where for the first time didn't seem that weird.
Well, Jeff, this felt more down to earth to me. What about you?
Yeah, I think I think Jimmy did a great job, first and foremost. It was a tall order, to tackle this year's Emmys, and I think he did a fantastic job. I think people now are more forgiving, when they see things, even watching our show. I mean, I'm doing this from home. There's some delays sometimes. Sometimes we drop out. I think people are just kind of getting used to this. So I think it was pretty much par for the course of what people expected.
Yeah, and I love that it was like imperfectly perfect. Okay, so let's talk about the night's winners. Schitt's Creek cleaned up. The Canadian show took home all the major comedy awards. That's a first for the Emmys. Zendaya also made history with her win. At 24, she's the youngest person to win lead actress in a drama series. So we keep saying that this year's Emmys was historic, but it really was. Of the 18 acting awards, 9 went to black performers like Zendaya.
They all went to me.
Not you, Al, but one day. I do predict an Emmy one day for Al Jackson.
Your lips.
You saw a lot of talk about social justice, too. In fact, Regina King wore a shirt with Breonna Taylor's face and image on it. Anthony Anderson gave a powerful Black Lives Matter speech. In fact, let's take a listen.
This isn't what it should have been, Jimmy, but you know what? I'm still rooting for everybody black, because black stories, black performances, and Black Lives Matter. Say it with me, Jimmy. Black lives matter. Louder, Jimmy. Black lives matter. Louder, Jimmy. Say it so that Mike Pence can hear it. Black lives matter.
And that brings us to Tyler Perry, who won the Governor's Award, and his speech was absolutely moving and motivational. Here it is.
In my mother's quilt, she couldn't imagine me owning land that was once a Confederate Army base, where Confederate soldiers plotted and planned on how to keep blacks enslaved. And now, on that very land, black people, white people, gay, straight, lesbian, transgender, ex-cons, Latin, Asian, all of us come together, working, all coming together to add patches to a quilt that is as diverse as it can be, diversity at its best.
Ooh, chills, Al.
Yeah, and I look at this and it was such a wonderful message. I look at it as just a wonderful message for human beings. Some people look at it as politics, and some people don't want to hear that when they are being entertained. So I know that for football games, people are not tuning in until the game starts. For things like the Emmys, they just watch the awards. They don't want to hear the speeches, and that's their choice too. You vote with your eyeballs. But I thought the message was clear, and I thought the message was of inclusivity, and I don't see how anybody loses with that.
Right. All right. Well, coming up on DBL, co-host of Entertainment Tonight.